I get kind of excited sometimes. I'll see a bunch of fish on my graph and man, they're in the perfect position, so I hop up on the trolling motor and I start fishing for them. And there's been many times where I'll look back after a half-hour fishing, especially if it's windy, and I'll see this little telltale on my big engine running, and that means I got so excited I forgot to turn my engine off. The telltale is always an indication that your engine's running and that it's healthy. You have a water intake in the lower unit. Basically, the engine will suck that water into the system. It'll cool down all the parts in the engine, and then it recycles. And one of the places that it'll recycle will be with this telltale stream. If for some reason that stream's not going, you've got something wrong. Something's not quite right. If you fished a lot of shallow water, maybe it got packed in with mud. If you are fishing really in a cold situation early in the year or late in the year where you might have had frost overnight, you might have to let that engine idle for a little bit before the telltale will start working properly. Let that all melt out of there before you go ahead and hammer your engine. It's an indication that something is not going quite right. I remember one day that I was going wide open across the lake and I hit a rotten log. The log didn't hurt the lower unit. It kind of broke up in a bunch of pieces, but it packed a bunch of wood particles into my water intake. And I turned around and I looked and my telltale kind of went from being strong down to nothing. So I basically idled really slow back to the dock and had to unpack all those wood particles out of that intake. So it's an indication for a healthy engine. Essentially, a good strong telltale means that you've got an engine that's ready to go and an engine that's not going to give you any problems at all during your fishing day.